Godly night to you all, godly morning to those who wake up to this in the morning. Just wanted to get on here and speak my mind on a few things that have been coming my way. Yep, I'm repping my city, Detroit Lions, 6-2. Best record we had almost in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be representing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Lions. Shout out to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Detroit doing its thing, man. They stepping up. It's a lot of business going on. There's a lot of opportunities in the midst. And I know y'all know because y'all making them investments, them financial investments. Hopefully you're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You got the right to be. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, from around the world, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Look it up. Detroit is on the rise, man. It's an opportunity here. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're looking for financial investment, I encourage you to look up my city, man, and find out if there's something here for you to dig off into. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much of a spiritual night, God always with us, no doubt. Praise God. Like, some more, like, I done heard some things. A couple people done came to me with some things, questions as to, like the biggest thing that's been on my mind for real is people like, what solidify you to be a spiritual advisor and why you don't go along with the normal titles of pastor, minister, this, that, and the other. So let me just say, I've been a student of theology, the study of spirituality, the study of religions for over 20-something years. Exact, and it'd probably be right now, it'd be 28 years. 28 years that I've been intertwined with religious study, spirituality. I don't choose to operate under the banner of a religion. I consider myself a spiritualist. Therefore, I accept truth from wherever it comes, whatever book. I study the Quran. I study the Quran of Mecca. I study the Holy Bible. I study the Aquarian Gospel. I study books. You know what I'm saying? And bigger than anything, I study life. You know what I'm saying? Life is my greatest book of all books. I don't necessarily have to study individual pages of a book no more. Like, I read, I do all that, you know what I'm saying, to keep myself mentally sharp and keep my brain in proper motion, activity, energy transmitting throughout that. I believe that reading and educating yourself, is a health factor. To be for real, I think it's a health factor for us, Like, you should never stop learning. You should always seek to learn something every day or teach something every day or engage in positive communication. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes with yourself. I definitely encourage that. I encourage everybody to make time for themselves. And I'm a firm believer, like 5-10 minutes is no real serious thing. It's just a matter of you. Some people call it meditation. I don't call it that. I just call it being alone with yourself, you and your God. When you wipe out the rest of the world and dismiss the cares of the world, and you go within yourself and give yourself a health check, a spiritual health check, a physical health check. Maybe go into prayer. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just plant seeds. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might be starting businesses. Go and be alone with yourself and foresee the vision of that business going the way that you want it to go. To think it, before anything happens, as a man thinketh, so he is. So, if you want to think that, start thinking them seeds into reality. You know what I'm saying? Manifest your thoughts by going and spending time with yourself and them thoughts and whatever it is you're thinking. Sometimes we go there because we heavy at heart. And it's the only place we want to be, I'd have heard and ministered to couples over the course of my years, and, some of them be offended that they partner, they spouse or whatever, choose to go off into they self or go somewhere alone and deal with their issues and then maybe come back and discuss it or come back whole or come back like I worked it out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, I know some people feel like, the person you love when they down, you want to help them out, you want to build with them, you want to be there for them. And sometimes being there is allowing them to be there for themselves, allowing them to be alone with themselves. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what worked for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you find that thing, but don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't take it personal. You know, so we got that out the way. I'm a student of everything spiritual. I believe in everything spirit. I believe in the spirit above all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I done researched the word religion. I done dealt with religion, and you know, the definition of the word in truth. You know, you can go look this up through your religious studies and all that. Strong's dictionary, Strong's Bible concordance. You can look this word up, and in the Greek language, the word actually means to relink. So, you know, when I realized that, I'm like, what am I relinking to? Because God never separated himself from me. We never been apart from each other. Even if I go astray, God is still with me. So I'm like, what am I relinking to? What am I relinking to? What am I redoing? What am I trying to reconnect with? When God has already told me we always won. He always been here for me. Even when I'm not here for myself, God here for me. So I didn't think that I needed to relink. So I relinquished the word religion from my path of studying and my getting to know God and trying to manifest the God within me, his attributes, his likeness, his image, to where it showed to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to relinquish that. You know what I'm saying? That's already established. You know what I'm saying? Just like the link up is a choice. It's free will. You know what I'm saying? When you, as you say, when you connect with God, it's not a reconnection because you've never been disconnected. You've never been disconnected from God. God would never disconnect himself from us. Amen? So I don't do the religion thing. I don't do the relink thing. I just tap into myself. I'm returning home like the prodigal son. You know what I'm saying? I done went out into the world. I done did my thing, thought I was doing what I wanted to do, and all along I was. And what I wanted to do was not what he wanted me to do. So I wasn't in the same will with God. You know, I was disobedient. You know, I was a sinner. I still sin. And, you know, according to the scriptures, like, I still sin. But I don't violate, you know, people's lives, people's space. I'm not harming nobody. I don't have hatred. I don't harbor hatred for nobody. I mean, pretty much anybody that know me all my life, they'll tell you I've always been about family. I've always been about seeing us smile, seeing us happy. And, you know, to what lengths I go through for that, I couldn't even tell you because it's such a beautiful moment when I see us as a people getting together and really having fun. Like, think about when you actually got together with all your people. I mean, just us as a people, and everything went right. Them moments become so monumental when you understand the truth of, like, we dealing with a people that's financially unstable. We dealing with a people that's suffering from depression. We dealing with a people that see murder, death, kill at every turn. We dealing with disenfranchised people. We dealing with a desensitized people. We dealing with people of envy. We dealing with people of jealousy. But for one night, one moment, a birthday party, a event, anything that comes about, and we all come together, and when everything goes right, that's magical. When you look out into the crowd and you see everybody smiling and everybody dancing, enjoying themselves, and it's no problem, that's like the greatest beauty. That's heaven to me. It's heaven to me. I love to see that amongst ourselves at any given time and opportunity. So I go anywhere. You'll see me anywhere where my people at. I'm anywhere, from the alleys to the bars it don't make a difference. If my people there, I'm subject to be there. I love my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to y'all sanctified. Nope. I'm definitely not coming like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I done did my fair share in life, and God still chose to awaken me and allowed me to use him as my strength. And he allowed you to use him as his strength. My blessing and gratitude for that is that he chose to use me to deliver messages to other people. He chose to use me to help other people overcome the problems of life that they may be suffering, be it marriage, be it divorce, be it death, the loss of a loved one, parent, or just you not understood by your family. And I've been gifted with the fact that I can come and make amends to that, provide understanding to that, because it's not the end of the world. People got their own courses that they have to take in life. And sometimes we don't like the course that some people take. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just get into conflict with people. Sometimes you got to separate from people, and you might not want that, but you got to allow everybody to live their life according to them. You got to allow them to exercise their will. And once I was able to accept that, it took a lot of pain away from situations like that. It took a lot of hurt away from situations like that. A lot of anger. I lost all that because I began to understand they entitled to live their life. So I can't. So they entitled to live their life. I can't accuse them of anything. Give me a moment. I gotta put my phone on D&D. I'm getting too. People like to call me while I'm live, But I ain't live to y'all. To me, I'm live. It's a recording, but I don't want no disturbances when I do this. So. I just slipped because this was spare of the moment. It was just on my head. I was talking to a few people, and they felt like I needed to do something to kind of justify, me being a spiritual advisor. Did this just happen to you? This, that, nothing. Like I said, I've been doing this for 28 years. I've been a minister for 15 of them years. I don't know. I had a congregation of a few thousand. I'm gonna say. Humbly, I'm going to say a few thousand, you know what I'm saying? It was very enlightening. It was a beautiful experience. Met many beautiful people in the process of that. And at some point, I deterred from it because the environment of the people changed. I didn't see people wanting God. I didn't see people wanting to do what God wanted them to do. I didn't see people wanting to be kind. I didn't see people wanting to love, to care for one another, support one another, unite with one another. Like I say, the world becomes my book. And for a minute when I was seeing all that hardship and misery and, whatever else, depression, death, we was hurting as a people. And why I turned from it was like, I didn't want to be part of that hurt. I didn't want to be part of the anger. I didn't want to be part of their failures, this, that, and the other. So I kind of left the ministry in disappointment because I feel like everybody wanted what the world had to offer. Nobody wanted what God was offering. And that became unattractive to me. And I really believe it was meant for me because in the process of that time, I was able to find out things about myself. I was able to experience things that I probably wouldn't have experienced had I stayed into the fold of ministry. So, I came out and I got to see life from another perspective. Some may say I went astray again, or some may say I dropped the banner. I don't know what people would say, and it really don't bother me what people say about me because, only I can walk my path, just like only you can walk your path. And whatever I choose to do, whatever you choose to do, it's between you and God, just like it's between me and God. So when we get off into judging people for what they do and how they do it, I'm not into that. That's not what I'm here. That's not my ministry. I don't care if you smoke marijuana. I don't care if you drink liquor. I don't care if you on heroin, cocaine. It's something in life that God put you in this position that you need to experience for that. So I'm not going to sit here and try to judge you about that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my judgment. I don't care about your language, your choice of words. I'm not that minister. That's not my ministry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one to sit here and tell you that I don't be in the presence of people that use what we would term as profane language. I don't care about how you talk. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say. The only thing I care about is if I can't understand what you're trying to say. If I can't learn, we can't teach, we can't build, then I don't deal with miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? I don't like dealing with misunderstandings. I don't like wasting my time on the reckless babbles of the day. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to talk much is foolishness or folly if it ain't no understanding, no knowledge or no wisdom being displayed in the process of that conversation. But I know for a fact I'd have been intoxicated and probably dropped some jewels that I would have never dropped before. Like, I'm still intelligent. I'm still me. I'm still God bound. I still love my father. I still maintain the attributes of my father of kindness, love, respect. You know what I'm saying? Laughter, fun, enjoyment. I do all that. I'm your everyday person. I'm not the one. I'm not going to be the spiritual advisor. Some of y'all going to look as the minister or whatever. I'm not going to be the one you look at and be like suited and booted at all times. I'm going to be hoodie, baseball cap. I'm going to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming to you like your brother. More than anything, I'm just your brother. I'm your brother that been gifted with something that allowed me to speak in the presence of multitudes. And I speak on behalf of my father. I really believe everything that come out my mouth. I trust that he wants me to say it for some reason or another. He wants me to meet this person or meet this person. Wherever I travel in life, I trust that God is leading and victory is sure. So it don't make me no difference about none of that. You know what I'm saying? If you on drugs, I'm going to try to help you get off if that's what you want to do. If you don't, I'm going to try to make sure you safe, you smart, you staying clean. You ain't using dirty needles or this, that, and the other. If you sexually active or this, that, and the other, I encourage you to use condoms. I cannot speak on the direction in which you choose to go in your life. I'm here to tell you that God has a plan for you. He has purpose for you. And how you figure that out is between you and God. My job here, as what I demonstrate in the Link Up Ministry, is to help us become better people to one another. Overall, my theme should be just plain and simple. Love ye one another. If I can get in here and encourage y'all to do that alone, then, I feel like I'm doing my job. We making us a better people. I'm not trying to run your household. I'm not trying to dictate your household. I don't care if you broke, you rich, you poor. None of that is my business. You know what I'm saying? The only business we got is the link up. My responsibility of helping my brothers and sisters along the way. You know what I'm saying? Leave no man behind is my thing. Anybody that want better, I'm here for you. If you striving to do better, I'm here for you. If you don't want nothing, then you shouldn't be in my midst. And I shouldn't be in your midst. I'm dealing with productive people. I'm dealing with results. I'm looking for results. And I'm helping y'all. Y'all teaching, y'all helping me. When these people come and talk to me and ask me questions about sermons and this, that, and other, you enriching in my spirit. You strengthening my bond with God. You educating me to something that you acknowledge about me and my relationship with God. And you reinforcing that relationship for me. You letting me know, like, man, I love what you said, man. Like, I just had experience. And I got one that I'm going to bring out because it was a major experience. But, the brother, when he came to me with it, it blew my wig. But it was just ironic. So, but to him, it was like, this is how I know God sent you. Like, he letting us know that you're talking for him. And you're talking to us about the betterment of us and nothing wrong. You trying to save our life and this, that, and other. Like, brother, God made sure I seen this just so I could know who you are. And I'm like, all praise be to God. Glory be to God. If that's your take, that's your take. I don't know what God gonna do to introduce y'all to saying, hey, I solidified Brother McCline. Like, that's one of mine. I sent him out there with this knowledge of this, that, and other. Like, he's anointed for his calling. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Because so often we got leadership that think they above us. They separate themselves from us. They distinguish themselves from us. Well, now he's sitting one amongst the flock that's of the flock. Everything that you endured, I done endured too. I done been through all the pains and struggles and the trials and tribulations in life that most of y'all have been through. From women problems, jail problems, criminal problems, drug problems, money problems. I mean, you name it, I done endured it. I done lost people I love too. I struggle every day with trying to keep things going as a single father. Like, I'm on my thing too. So I just do it and I know that there's no failure for me. I don't know what you thinking, but I do it and I know it's no failure for me. I don't let the ways of the world or the sins of the world, I don't let that really weigh me down. It may distract me sometimes. I don't feel good all the time. Some days I wonder, just like Jesus on the cross when he asked his Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Sometimes I feel like, why I gotta be so rough? Why I gotta be so hard? Why I need to toil like this? I thought we was proven. I thought me and you was locked, God. Like I thought me and you was ace cold boom type. Like you using me, but I'm out here hurting. You got DTE on my back. You know what I'm saying? Mortgage, rent bills, and all this that I didn't do it. Like, why is all this a problem for me when you're using me? You telling me you chose me? Like, then I had to think about it. Jesus didn't have nothing either. I'm like, for real, Jesus rode on the back of a donkey. I got a couple of cars, you know what I'm saying? I got a few cars, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't that bad. So glory be to God. Like every time you think your situation bad, believe me, you can think of somebody in a worse situation. And me personally, I always go back when I think I get to complaining about stuff. I go back and I look at Jesus alone and be like, man, he never owned a home. He didn't have no automobile. He didn't have his own employment. He trusted God all the way through to take care of him, and God took care of him. It ain't have to be the best. It wasn't the most lavish, none of that. But he wasn't hungry. He wasn't without. He got every place he needed to be. And praise God, I'm the same way. I get every place I need to be. I'm not hungry. And as bad as things get sometimes, you always make them happen. You know what I'm saying? So I can only praise God. Like, as bad as it is, it ain't the worst. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for that. And I know many of y'all share that story. Like, it ain't easy being obedient. Because, sometimes obedience means you got to deprive yourself. Because it might be something you want or something you want to do. And you be like, man, I can't do that. My mama going to beat my butt. My daddy going to tear my butt up. God going to get me. You know what I'm saying? So now you walking in that line of obedience, but you walking huffing and puffing. You mad because you really want to go do something else. But you like, and God will get it. God get it. You know what I'm saying? He feel your pain, your suffering just like you do. So don't never think that God don't understand when we have to walk like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean about the normalcy of what I bring. I'm nothing special, man. I don't want to be special. I don't even want to be famous. I'm not interested in none of that. I ain't interested in the riches of the world. I'm interested in people. I'm interested in being able to walk around this world and people can look at me and be like, man, that's brother such and such. I love that brother. That's a good brother, man. Oh, that's his family. That's his children. Like, man, protect them. Because I'm going to look at you and be the same way. Like, I protect them. Them my sisters, them my brothers. Like, hey, something going wrong. Hey, bro, what is you doing, man? We don't get down like that. Why you talking to that sister like that? Why you in this area? What is you doing? Whatever it is, like, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to have that support and love for one another as we move around the world is a beautiful feeling. Can you imagine not having to ever fear somebody that look like you again? When they betting the world on making us fear each other. They staking it on us fearing each other. They want to keep us divided. They want to keep us against one another. They want us to look at each other as one up, one down with the jealousy and envy. They want us to look like that because all of that will keep us from linking up with one another. And they know when we link up with one another, it's over with. When we start loving us, it's over with. Everything you put your hands on, the world try to emulate. Right now, the whole world want to be black because of hip-hop. Hip-hop that took over the world. That means that your expressions in life, with the things you go through, is world news now. Because that's what hip-hop is. It's ghetto news. You talking about what's going on in the hood. And they got the whole world interested. Everybody infatuated with hip-hop. Just celebrated 50 years of hip-hop. Shout out to hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? You love some, you don't like some. It is what it is. But everybody got a story to tell. I don't know. Some stories, I don't want to hear them neither. You know what I'm saying? Some people I sincerely admire and respect your strides in life and all that. So, you know, I tip my hat to hip hop. Like, it's been a great machine for us. I don't think we using it to our full advantage, but that's a later sermon. I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna discuss that later as far as the responsibility of hip hop to the black community. You know what I'm saying? Because the black community birthed you. You are a child. I don't care who take recognition of the first rapper, this, that, other. Somebody in the black, we gave birth to hip hop. And as far as I'm concerned, hip hop needs to be respectful to his parents. You know, long story short, that's what it is, you know. So let me tell you what got me on here, right? So a brother contacted me and he actually seen some video on social media. And, you know, I would guess a lot of y'all probably seen it because, you know, it made a lot of noise around the world. And it was a father and a son that got killed in Brooklyn by their neighbor. And the reason he brought it to me because he was like, all he's seen from the video, we're not talking about the legality of it or none of that. And I'm not, you know, I'm not a judge. I'm not a police officer. I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got my own takes on the justice system. Some things do appear to be an open and closed case. And, you know, sometimes you get it right, but a lot of times I think they get it wrong. So most of the time I think they're abusive towards the black community and how they exercise what they call justice. You know what I'm saying? So I got my own take on that, but that's something that'll, like, you know, come out at one of my round tables or something like, because we're going to have different segments. I'm going to have different guests and come in. We're going to be discussing things. It ain't going to always be sermons. It's going to be about what's going on in our community, you know, some of the headline things and topics in the news. What should be our stands? It may come down to politics, and y'all might be like, well, you know, who you voting for, who you think we should vote for. You know, so I'm going to have information on all type of stuff. Everything that affects us as a people and come together as a nation, my whole congregation will be abreast to what my thoughts is about this, how I perceive this, that, and the other. So the thing that the brother came in and said out of that, he was like, I had just listened to your sermon the night before where you was talking about leading our children. And then there you was talking about how to communicate properly to the child and how we sometimes as parents, like even when we don't think we messing up because we talking out of anger, disappointment, this, that, and the other. Well, he's like, the first thing I seen in this video where these two people was killed at was a lot of hostility and likely miscommunication. The video had no audio, but the behavior and the actions of the individuals involved, you know, you seen trace of aggression. You know what I'm saying? You seen hostility and this, that, and other. And he was like, I just wondered if they would have heard your sermon about leading our children and thought about that communication. And if the brother would have came out and just approached each other different because of communication, could them two brothers still be alive? I said, well, not only them two brothers, but we would have all three of them brothers because we lost three brothers. You know, those who don't know later on, they say that the police came back and killed the gunman anyway. So we lost three brothers because of miscommunication, because we don't know how to confront one another. We don't know how to talk to one another. And from the behavior that I seen from the video that was recommended to me, you know, the guy that got killed, the father or whatever, that I think it was the father, but he got killed. But he came up on the other brother so aggressive, all up in his face and this, that, and other. You know, as black men, we don't really play that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an ultimate sign of disrespect. You know, so I immediately from there, it was about confrontation, conflict. Not saying who right, who wrong, or none of that. I'm trying to say how three people could still be alive today had they exercised the God within themselves to come and handle that dispute or that confrontation in a godly way. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, like when we move about in the world, especially women, because if you notice in the video, he was arguing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? So my first understanding to you women, my sisters, is, man, don't argue with no man. That ain't no place for you. Arguing with a man is not ladylike. That's not respectable of a woman. Don't give no man that type of energy, because eventually if you outsmart him with your vocabulary, he's going to go and resort to his physical capabilities because he figure you can't win there. You know what I'm saying? So even if you lose, you win in the battle of communication, even though it's angrily or it's sarcastically. Maybe you downplaying them or emasculating them. And he decided to take it to a physical realm because he figured you can't beat. Never take that chance. It's not worth the chances that you take, because that's what this video showed me here. Had the sister heard from me or been one of the students of the link up, you would have never had that with the brother. Now all that situation is just dismissed, because listening to the God within you as I'm teaching it, you would have known not to be disrespectful to that man, even if he was disrespectful to you. You would have held your composure as a woman and got back with him at a later date, at a later time, when it could have been a respectful conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the blame game, but I'm just trying to tell you as women how you need to walk to avoid, because I'm quite sure she never thought for a second that it was going to result to what it resulted to. She never thought for a second. She could have never thought that she's going to lose two people because of whatever this confrontation was about. But I'm trying to tell you, it's people out here that's so hurt, so lost, so misguided in their own thinking, that to resort to the actions that the gunman did, it's simple for a lot of people to do that. That's how they problem solve. So I'm trying to get you to resolve the problem before it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, I'm not looking at that video about who was wrong. I'm looking at how could we have lived? How could we have saved them 3 lives? What could we have done differently? You know what I'm saying? Like, that my perspective on it was different. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like seeing the results and this, that, and other, but I'm like, we got to get to the point of confronting ourselves with how do we stop this from happening? And first and foremost, as sisters, I'm asking you, play your role as a woman. As a woman, you do not argue with men. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. That's not godly. That's not godly of a sister to do that, man. If it's getting heated and out of your control, walk away. And if it's that important to you, get back with it on a later date, because that man could have been on drugs. He could have been influenced by a pill. You don't know the circumstances that people be in. He could have just simply been embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? I watched a few months ago where a man got killed in a Coney Island restaurant because you arguing with a woman. And then you start punching on the woman, and the woman's son come in and end up killing him. So the point of this is we all talking about communication because we don't know how to talk to one another. And we dying because of that. And that's senseless. That's unnecessary. And that's not what God wants from us. That's not what God expects of us. We not displaying the traits of God when we act like that. So I'm begging you sisters and like pleading with y'all, get out of that behavior arguing with men. Because that automatically provoke other men that want to come and defend you. Any real man that sees that is going to want to come defend you. And then you got to deal with the results that we dealt with in this video with 2 dead. Like, you got to think like that. It ain't no, you can't gamble on saying that won't happen to me, or no, it ain't like that, or he ain't cut like that. You don't know what go on through people's head. You know what I'm saying? It could be consequences that you don't want to suffer. So don't risk it. Don't give nobody that benefit to even put you in that position. As sisters, stop arguing with men. And then brothers, you know, if I could have intervened in there, the brother, when you come running out the apartment building, I'd be like, first and foremost, man, everybody believe in 6 feet. And we under COVID. You know what I'm saying? So 6 feet, automatically, every man knows not to violate another man's personal space. You never get within what we call as men, arms reaching one another. If you violate that space where I can punch you in your face, then you in violation of my space. But this dude came straight out with scissors in his hand, regardless of what the intent of the scissors was. I heard some people like, he didn't look like he was going to... I'm like, that don't even matter. Scissors represent a weapon in a hostile situation. And then you came and you approached the man all up in his face, chest to chest. Y'all bump, y'all touch. Like, it's a violation of his personal space. Period. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how you that's not how you resolve conflict, brothers. That's not how you resolve conflicts. You could have been coming out that door like, yo, my man. Don't talk to her. Me and you can talk. What's the problem? And this as you approaching. But with them words, now you starting to diffuse him to be like, hey, yeah, somebody sensible. This is what it is, man. Your girl out of order, your daughter out of order, whoever this is, such. Hold on. Then, if she's still running her mouth, command her to go into the home or shelter. Protect her off top. You only making the situation worse. Running your mouth. You need to go, my son, take your sister, take your mama into the apartment. Let me and my man talk. All along while you saying this, my man coming down from needing to pull this gun off his hip because he feel he got somebody he can talk to. According to the video, he looked like he was a willing person to talk before it all popped off. So his approach was just all the way wrong for me. And I'm just warning you brothers as men, like, don't violate a man's space. Don't come out into a hostile situation with hostility unless you want hostility. You know what I'm saying? If you're not coming to diffuse the situation, then who knows what the result's going to be. But your job as the God man of this world and our nation, as the black man, knowing that God is inside you and God loves you and you supposed to love you one another, I'm not approaching no situation like that. Like, I'm not scared of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to be is going to be. But I got so much love for y'all and myself and my children that I'm not trying to die senseless like that. It don't matter what you say. You know what I'm saying? You in the store, you bump into me, guys, belligerent, intoxicated, and you running off at the mouth, this, that, and other. Brother, have that moment. That's your moment, man. I know who I am. I'm fully confident in the man that I am. You can't compromise me. You can go too far. But that's, again, violating my space. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to allow words lead me to the death of one of us. Not words. It ain't that serious, man. It's too many stores. I'll leave everything. I'll walk out that store. Me, whoever, like, come on, man, let's go. Sometimes you got to give people passes. Because they ready. Some people just ready to die. Some people overwhelmed with where they're at in life. They ready to die and they provoking you. You know what I'm saying? They trying to pull out guns and weapons on you. And for what? Because he thought he was first in line, or you taking too long in line, or he disrespected the lady with you. He thought you was looking too hard at his lady. Like, all these is worthless little arguments and debates and disrespects. It's not worth nobody's life. It's not nobody's life that's worth that little small. So until you adhere to a higher value of the God within you, you're not going to value me. So as men, I'm asking you to have a greater value for the God within you, and you will have a greater value for one another. We have a greater value for each other. Anybody that act like that, I know for a fact you don't understand the value of your worth. You don't know what's inside you. You don't know the capabilities that you are. If you're willing to sacrifice yourself for something that simple, you do not know your true essence. You don't know that there's a God within you that's ready to manifest itself in great glory. You don't know that you loved. You couldn't. You wouldn't take the chances that you take doing that, man. So that was the point of that. You know what I'm saying today? I just wanted to get on here and share that because, you know, that video, it struck a nerve for me. And I think we're looking at it the wrong way. And like I told the brother, at the end of the day, you talking about who right, who wrong. I'm like, we just lost 3 black men because of miscommunication. We just lost another 3 black men because of miscommunication. That's not healthy for us as a nation. We can't keep losing each other like that. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep devaluing our worth of one another to reach the circumstances and outcomes like that. We're greater people than that. We are chosen people. God got plans for us. Y'all interrupting some of this because y'all killing some of the people that had purpose, that could have made things go a little faster. Y'all slowing us down with y'all wicked decisions, with the hate and the anger inside of y'all, with the lack of value you have for yourself. And if you got a lack of value for yourself, I can't be more valuable to you than you are to yourself. So my life don't mean nothing to you. But because I'm so valuable to me, and I value the God that I house, you valuable to me because I know he resides in you. To me, harming you is like harming God. Every harm that I do to man, I shake the throne of God. That's how I think. So I'm willing to give you passes. I'm willing to, whatever. I salute y'all. When y'all look good, I'm going to tell you, brother, you killing them. Man, I like the way you put that together. You know what I'm saying? When I see brothers walking the street with the strollers, man, keep doing what you doing. That's more of what we need to see. Salute to that, brother. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in the store with you, this, that, and other, and I got it, can I buy this child something? Can I pay for y'all groceries? Because I want to do something so impactful and powerful into his or her life that I want you to know this the right path, bro. No matter how hard it may seem to you, you on the right path. You need to keep being this example. Because they say black men ain't supposed to be there for the family. But there's a lot of us there. I'm going to have a lot of black fathers for y'all. I'm going to do a man's round table. And I encourage all men, when that pop off, I'm going to give y'all warning or what day it is, what day it's planned and scheduled, this, that, and other. And I hope all you brothers come out and bring your real truth to the table. Whatever you in conflict with, whatever you don't feel good about, or how you want to learn something, man, please do that day. Please engage with us. You know what I'm saying? Engage with us. And I'm probably going to go live on something. So I don't know what it's going to exactly be that I go live on. I got to, figure some of that out. I'm not a technology swabby guy. But I got a squad. I got people behind me that believe in me. I got a lot of strong sisters behind me that believe in me. And believe me, they going to make sure that I reach y'all the best way that I can reach y'all. And if we can go live with that discussion, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go live. And we hope that everybody participate because to me it's going to be it's going to be a real nigga discussion. Real brother, real man, it's going to be real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever plays you, whatever makes you uncomfortable about us, what you don't like seeing about us, what you want to encourage, man, please come out and make y'all comments. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? God is upon us. He's calling upon us to do better. But you can't work the will of God and think the way that you think. So I got to help you retrain your thinking. And it ain't no 200, 300-year process. It ain't none of that. It ain't no going to school. Ain't no going to no therapy. It's about you waking up in the morning and deciding that you're going to represent God to the best of your ability of knowing your God. And if you don't know him enough, keep following the link up. Keep communicating with us. Keep commenting, sharing, and liking what we got going on. And when we allow you to engage with us, come engage with us because we're going to help you get there. That's in the best interest of all of us. That's in the best interest of our sisters. That's in the best interest of us as brothers. The more we get to know each other, the more valuable we're going to become to one another. And people don't kill what they value. That's just not how it works. Your psyche don't even allow that. People don't kill what they value. We killing each other because of lack of value. We got to do better, man. That's all you got to do is want it. Just want it. Just dare. Dare to do wondrous things. Dare to do mighty things. Dare to do right. Dare to care. Dare to love. Dare to be respectful. Dare to be kind. Reward one another. If a brother got his stuff together, man, tell that brother, hey, bro, you look good. Believe me, it does something to a man for another man to compliment him sincerely. Because I get a lot of compliments on my attire from other men as I'm moving throughout the earth. And I'm telling you, I'm always proud to represent us. Always proud. It's almost like you expect it from the women. So when they say it, I don't know if I'm hearing sincerity or flirtation or this, that, and the other. But, I thank you, sister. But when a man says, like, you took notice, I feel like you took notice to see how I put all this together and this, that, and the other. Like, we know what we do. We know how we dress. We know how we get out. It's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. So, we just got to get into the habit of it. It's a decision. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really want to talk about. Y'all got any comments? Y'all know how to comment to me, get at me, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you my brothers, you my sisters. I embrace y'all as such all over the earth. It don't make a difference where you from. And it ain't just black people. I embrace Caucasians, Anglo-Saxons, European, Orientals, Chaldeans. If you a people, man, you God's people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see God in everything and all things. So, but I focus myself on black people because not just because I'm a black man, but from what I know and think of this world, black people are in the most need of what I got to offer and bring to the table. And I believe that's why God sent me, particularly with you in mind. Not because I'm a black man, but because we need the help. You know what I'm saying? It's our education that's miseducated. It's our lack of value of one another that's causing all this senseless death around us. It's our lack of value of women that got us killing women, putting them in trunks and this, that, and the other. Like, there's no respect amongst our nation from our nation. That got to change. So, with that, all glory be to God. Praise God. I leave y'all in love, peace, and unity. I pray that everything goes well for you guys tomorrow, that you wake up happy, full of the Spirit, and you make the decision to represent God in your everyday walk from this point forward. Come link up with us. If you need some help, please get in touch with us. We here to help. We're not a burden. We're an opportunity. Come join and link up with us. I bid y'all a farewell.